afternoon, Tim Teagues and fellow teacher candidates. Welcome to my presentation of my numeracy lesson plan with the explanation. Playing with numbers. Healthcare is the broad-based technological area that this lesson plan is designed for. The specific curriculum expectation this lesson addresses is B2.1. where students are expected to create a recreational activity for either a child, children, an adolescent, or adolescents that is age appropriate, safe, and promotes a health, fitness, or social objective. Some children struggle with math concepts as early as their preschool years, and those struggles continue into the early years of elementary school and sometimes beyond. To help those students in developing the math skills they're going to need, teaching the way students learn works best. There's something called playful mathematics learning. It's not a new concept. We find it in today's homes, classrooms, and communities. It involves children playing with blocks, creating pretend play scenarios, and interacting with digital apps that are designed for specific learning goals, so child's play can be transformed into playful learning. This concept is going to become very important as I continue to discuss the lesson plan that I've developed. Let's talk about the instructional strategies that I employed for this lesson plan. They're going to involve formative assessments, observation, and student self-rater scales. For the introductory activity, students will be randomly assigned into teams for a capacity relay. They'll be presented with a visual of instructions, rules of the game, and given a verbal explanation with opportunities to ask questions for clarity. To actually participate in the icebreaker activity, they'll transition to an outdoor learning environment that has been pre-organized with all of the materials for them to participate. This is an example of a water relay activity. Is an example of a water play activity. The water activity that the students would be involved in would be modified to include numeracy embedded in it. And you'll get a chance to see how that's done a little bit later. Once they conclude their icebreaker activity, the teacher will direct the students back into the classroom and facilitate a discussion on the estimation of capacity for the containers they used in the icebreaker. So the students would be presented during the activity with a variety of different sized containers to transport the water. Students would then have the opportunity to perform a guess and check using liquid measuring cups to determine the true capacity of each of the various sizes of containers. And then they would watch a brief video on the volume and capacity. Concluding with that video, students would be informed that these activities actually had numeracy embedded in all of them. And then they would have the opportunity to view and participate in a PowerPoint presentation and discussion. Following the PowerPoint presentation and discussion, students would break off into small groups to brainstorm other games or activities that they enjoy that also involve numeracy. Coming back into the large group, They would receive an explanation of the assignment, and they would have an opportunity to begin their research and design of their recreational activity in a small group, promoting safe and healthy play that includes numeracy in the design. It's worth noting that this activity is expected to continue into the next period of instruction, which would include a working period to complete their activity plan and design. For the evaluation, students would be receiving teacher observation evaluation throughout the duration of this lesson, so it's formative in nature. Student participation in the capacity activity involves thinking, knowledge, understanding, and application. As you can see, student discussion on estimation of capacity involves communication, thinking, knowledge, and understanding, and small group collaboration, communication, thinking, knowledge, understanding, and application. And for the third parts of small group collaboration, the teacher observation, student self-evaluation would be part of the formative assessment. This is an explanation of the collaborative activity assignment that the students would have explained to them. So they would be able to view this and also listen to the explanation. So students would be expected to create a recreational activity that incorporates numeracy into its design. This activity would be designed for children or adolescents, needing to be age appropriate, safe, and promote a health, fitness, or social objective. This collaborative assignment will have students working together, and at the conclusion of the working class, they have to complete a self-evaluation as part of the formative assessment. Students are expected to include information in an organized, logical manner, ensuring the objective of the activity is clear, as well as the rules and procedures are easy to understand. Really important when you're trying to get people to participate in your activity. Spelling and grammar mistakes should not interfere with the ability of the target group to engage in the activity effectively. So in order to engage, they have to understand what's expected to be able to participate.